everybody. Meteorologist Sarah Gannon here with a quick look at your Thursday edition of Weather Check. We've been tracking some showers, some thunderstorms out there this evening. The good news is that thunderstorm threat very slim here for us. It's the strength of the storms have really been diminishing as they moved further to the east. So some good news for us. We'll get a little rainfall and shouldn't have to worry about any severe storms. We did have a couple warnings well to our west. The good news is, though, that those storms really have not held their strength here over the last hour or two. But we'll get a little rainfall out of it, maybe a rumble of thunder or two, but that'll kind of be about it. We may see some gusty winds, but I think just that rainfall will be what we're mainly watching for here this evening. So we'll get everything kind of locked and loaded here, and we'll kind of dive right in. If you're watching from Facebook, feel free to drop any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that into the comment section. I'll keep an eye on that here this evening, and we'll kind of dive into any of those questions that you guys may have. So let me know, too, how are you feeling about the fall temps? I know when we talked on Tuesday, it was either, are you team summer, are you team fall? Today, now let's discuss, are you loving the fall temps, or are you wanting more summer back? And the good news is we'll kind of get a little bit of everything here in the next week or so as we look at yet another temperature change on the way. So we'll start off here this evening with a look at our headlines. We have been tracking those showers and thunderstorms here for today, looking at some of those isolated showers to continue over the next hour or two. But by about 11 o'clock tonight, we should be pretty much done for area-wide when it comes to rainfall. Transitioning then into the weekend, temperatures on the chilly side, especially tomorrow, we'll be looking at highs there into the upper 50s. Yes, I'm saying that correctly, the 50s. We'll be back in the 60s by the weekend, so still very fall-like. And then we trend warmer heading into next week, looking to transition back into the 70s. So more seasonal temperatures there on the way. Looking here at future track radar, a look at those showers now this evening. A lot of that rainfall now passing the Rochester area, just kind of making its way through Mason City, Preston area, Winona here at this hour, Charles City. These storms have been moving at a pretty quick pace. I think when we timed them out earlier this evening, moving at roughly about 40-50 miles per hour. So pretty quick moving. A lot of some moderate heavy rainfall possible here. And the other thing of note has been some gusty winds. There was a severe thunderstorm warning earlier this evening. You probably noticed that on one of our social posts online here this evening. That prompted those gusty winds likely the reasoning for prompting that severe thunderstorm warning. There was gusts upwards of about 60 miles per hour with those. But aside from once things kind of hit that I-35 corridor, really have been kind of dying down, kind of losing some of that steam. But we'll still continue to see that heavy rainfall potential, some gusty winds. Would not be surprised to see some gusts upwards of, say, 30 to 40 miles per hour here this evening as this line rolls through. So little drink of water as the evening progresses. And then the good news is we look to settle in with some quieter conditions. We'll be looking at this frontal boundary making its way through the region as well. You can see kind of where the warm front, cold front are meeting and are now becoming more of an occluded front, which is the purple there. So that's that occluded front there. So regardless, all one big low pressure system, one big complex system bringing some rainfall here to the upper Midwest, and that will continue to push east here over the next few hours. And notice back behind that frontal boundary, clear skies, quiet conditions. So that's what we have in store here for the rest of the late week, so your Friday and into this weekend. So that's a look there. One thing, as I mentioned, we'll be watching those wind speeds. So we've been seeing those winds kind of picking up a little bit here over the last hour or two as that frontal system has been making its way into the region. We're now looking at gusts upwards of, say, 20 to 30 miles per hour. But notice off to the west, Worthington area, looking at a reading there of a wind gust up towards about 35 miles per hour. So we could be looking at some stronger gusts here making their way through southeast Minnesota, northeast Iowa tonight. I'd say better chance for the strongest of those winds to be overnight. Looking here at our wind forecast, 11, 12, 1, 2 o'clock, looking to see some gusts nearing, say, about 30, 40 miles per hour. So we'll definitely see some stronger conditions, stronger winds as that front makes its way through the region. But even heading into tomorrow, still breezy with gusts there upwards of, say, 20 to 25 miles per hour. So all of that possible here heading into tonight and tomorrow. So let's put things into motion with future track, how the rest of this plays out here for the region as we move towards about that 11 o'clock hour, 10, I'd say 10 to 11. As you saw there with future track radar, currently what we were looking at was most of that rain out of the Rochester area. Now as we look ahead to the next couple of hours, we'll see this rain pretty much out of here by about 10, 11 o'clock, depending on your location. So it'll be dry through the rest of the night. We'll see some cloud cover passing through heading into Friday, so maybe more clouds and sunshine for Friday, but again, that sun coming back for Sunday, or Saturday and Sunday, so all weekend long. But daytime hours, I think we should be staying mainly dry. Can't quite rule out maybe a couple sprinkles, maybe a stray, very spotty shower for Friday, but that may be even possible here heading into a Friday night. So notice here, as we go from, say, about 4 through the dinner time hour, extending through about 8, 9 o'clock. Could see a chance there for maybe a couple sprinkles, maybe a stray shower. So if you're heading out to any Friday night football games or Friday night lights, keep the umbrella handy just in case. You'll definitely want the layers tomorrow night. Probably a blanket if you're sitting on the bleachers, just to keep your butt warm, but just keep yourself warm. Things will be chilly tomorrow evening. Notice there about 10 o'clock temps back into those upper 40s. So definitely some colder conditions for the second half of your Friday. Really all day long. We'll be on the chilly side for Friday. Heading into Saturday then, we should clear up that cloud cover. Things can be a lot drier, but definitely a chilly start to the day. So rainfall amounts, I think once all this rain clears through, I think anywhere from 1/10 of an inch upwards of about 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch on the higher side for any areas here through tonight into early tomorrow morning. So morning temperatures tomorrow will be starting off into those mid-40s, so below average, more cloud cover than sunshine, I think, throughout the day tomorrow, as I mentioned previously. 7 a.m. there, temps in the 40s. By the afternoon, so through about 3, 4 o'clock, looking at high temperatures tomorrow into the upper 50s. So it definitely will be very, very fall-like tomorrow on the chilly side. You'll want those extra layers as you head out to any Friday night football games. And if I can find it, I forgot to put it in my lineup here for tonight, but I think I saw that Nick was working on getting the Sports Extra rundown going. I'll see if I can find it here. Here we go. Maybe not. I don't think he got it ready yet. Sorry, guys. I'm not quite sure where the sports department is heading tomorrow for Friday night football games. We'll see if I can get... Here we go. I think we've got our... So this will be a look ahead to tomorrow. So at least if you're in the Rochester area, I think sky conditions outside of maybe dodging a shower or two, just keep the umbrella handy just in case. I think they'll be the safe bet. It'll be a cold one. It'll be a chilly one here tomorrow night for your Friday night football. A little sneak preview into, this is the Rochester forecast, and I don't know offhand where the sports department is heading tomorrow for sports extra games. So you'll just have to tune in tomorrow, 6 o'clock. We'll have all those details. Notice their temps, again, highs will be in the 50s tomorrow, so it'll be a chilly one, especially as we head towards whether it's kickoff or the fourth quarter. It will be a chilly one for the region. So we're looking at upper 40s, low 50s throughout those football games tomorrow night. So plan ahead for some chilly conditions. Try and stay warm for those games tomorrow evening. But it definitely will be feeling very football-like, pumpkin spice sweater weather, whatever analogy you want to use here. That's how conditions will be feeling for tomorrow. A look at that 7-day forecast, chance there for some sprinkles, kind of a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day, but again, chilly. Highs in the 50s here, looking at our 7-day forecast. The weekend we rebound back into those 60s, so at least it's a little bit better, and we should manage some nice sunshine. Heading into next week, we do bring back 70s, looking to trend warmer. Notice the mid-70s back in action by middle of next week. So things will feel much more summer-like next week compared to the fall week that we've been having so far here for us in southeast Minnesota, northeast Iowa. Checking in on the comments. Hi, Wendy. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting. Wendy is loving the cooler temperatures, and I'm not opposed to the cooler temperatures. You can kind of throw on a flannel, but you still have, I like when it's sunny because then it's kind of cooler, crisper in the morning, and then it's a little bit nicer still into the afternoon. I kind of like this transitional season where we can kind of get more of those lower to mid 70s and the sun. That's my kind of weather. That's my favorite. Oh, Wendy, you like candy corn? Ooh, I'm not a huge fan of candy corn, but maybe a couple pieces is good. I like that. I'll have to give it another try again. But it hasn't been my favorite, but every now and again you just need a little piece. So Thanks for commenting, Wendy. Thanks for joining me. And thanks everybody else for joining. I haven't seen any other questions or anything like that on the comment section here on Facebook. So if you happen to catch this later, feel free to drop any questions, comments, concerns into the comment section, and I will keep an eye on that. As we gear up then for our late broadcast, I will keep an eye on that here tonight, and if you have anything, I'll drop it, or if you have any questions in there, I will do my best to respond. So, but I think we've kind of covered all of our bases here for tonight, so thank you everybody for hopping on and joining me. I hope everybody has a great rest of your Thursday night, looking ahead to Friday, and I hope you have a fabulous weekend. So have a good one, everybody. See you later.